Yow! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Steal the map coming at you next. Getting ready to go. Mongoose, since you spent a lot of practice time with the team, do you want to tell us a little bit about Steel, some strats for Steel, and how it was working in the practice games?
Well, this is actually a map I think that the communities are going to have a lot of problems with. I was really impressed in practice with how Badlands was going, but we had kind of a mixed bag of things on still. We had quite a lot of success with like just rushing straight for E, because if you stack 9 points on that E point, 9 players on that E point, and you just block the door with a dead ring of spy or something, it can be very, very difficult for a pro team with less players to get in through those doors and respond. So, I mean, one of the teams we practiced against, we literally just ran 9 players to E, and they had no idea what to do. And I think that's not going to be an issue for Classic Mix-Up, though. Their Highlander team was very, very strong on Steel. And, a lot of the players carried straight out of Platinum was the leader of that Highlander team. He's here now. But that said, the team has been very creative, especially with pushing B. They're doing a lot of wraparound plays, where the defense has been set up, to protect against the doors from A against the drop down, and the team has come straight in from C, and it's been very, very effective. There's a lot of people. It all depends, though, I guess, how Mix-Up address this situation. If they aren't sort of aware, then the community team is going to take them by surprise here, because they are going to be very coordinated. They're going to be, they're going to have some very clever strategies, and they're going to be consistently putting pressure on E the whole time to split the team up.
And this is definitely a map, too, that, is very familiar to a lot of community players and pub-orientated players. But, pro teams never say, hey, guys, you wanna scrim Steel tonight? It just doesn't happen. It's a Highlander map, so at least the team has some experience through that. But how they position themselves, how they set up as a Sixes team, is certainly going to be different. They're not really going to know how to rotate through or handle perhaps some of these tactics. And yeah, definitely a tactic that the community players were trying. And I was advising them. I was able to make it some of the earlier practices. And I was advising them, sometimes it was working really good, sometimes it was more of a distraction for themselves. But they were pressuring E right away and just moved their whole team through there, kept a couple players, to pressure A just at the beginning to keep them on their toes. And then all of a sudden just rushed E, and everybody's over there, everybody's pressuring the cap and getting the cap. And then they, force enough of a response that then they can just walk on to A. And that was a really good tactic when they tried it right out of the gates, surprising the other team. But then the second time we saw that, it wasn't as successful. And also, when they tried to pressure E while still trying to capture A, when they got kind of logged up, when they didn't get that initial capture, it didn't really go so well for them. One of the scouts would just rotate over. They'd kill the scout that's pressuring E, and then they would rotate back to defend A and to help their team out there. So it can be tough. I mean, if the pros can solidify a defense on A, if they can take all the areas, lock them down, hold on to the cliff, then they'll be very strong. But if the community team can get on top of them, can control the spawn doors, they have so many players that they're going to take E easily. B is a point as well that can be very difficult for the community players to attack into. Or defend as well. So Mix-Up on the attack. A definitely got to stop Mix-Up from coming over those cliffs and taking that. Mix-Up's probably not going to push straight to E. I'd be surprised if they tried that. Might be able to find some success with it if they had both of their soldiers running that pain train. That would certainly work out with them. So we're getting ready to go on the second map, ladies and gentlemen. We are over 1,000 viewers. It is fantastic. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Spread the word, though, because we are not yet done. We still have 2 more maps. This map and Foundry. We're going to play Foundry no matter what happens here. If the pros can sneak a win here, or if the community, since this is their map, if they will take it, Foundry going to be the third map, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that one personally, eXtine. I loved Foundry when it came out. I mean, we played it for pretty much a week straight on all the XTV servers. It was the preseason map in UGC, which was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, my Highlander team, How I Fragged Your Medic, didn't look so good on it, but good news is we've actually got Salamancer as our medic now. So UGC Steel Division, y'all better watch out because we're coming for you. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So people asking a couple things about items I saw before here, and we are basically using the ESCA item ban list, although we have allowed Gloves of Running Urgently and the Gunslinger Mini Sentry.
Which, of course, I'm a huge proponent of. Shout out to Brayloom for by himself single-handedly getting that banned in ESCA. But I still love it. I've got mine named the Love Glove, and it is one of my favorite weapons. Of course, everybody keep an eye out. Mr. eXtine is working on a little secret project that's going to feature some fun play from 2 top-level invite engineers. I'm not sure what we're invited to, but it might just be a birthday party for a friend.
But we'll be there whether we're invited or not. So,
of course, running the Widowmaker, or as I call mine, the Dudermaker. Can't wait to see that. That was a lot of fun. Both eXtine and I running some crazy engineer stuff in a pug. So, and of course, check it out, guys. We've got some cool Steam groups for you guys. Of course, our main Steam group, XTV, you can just search for it and find it that way. All these links, I believe, are in almost all the videos we do. And, of course, down at the bottom of the twitch.tv page, that lovely layout that we have down there, you can just click that, join the group. You'll get notices whenever we go live. And then we've got a pub group that you can join as well. And that's where we put all the news on our pub servers. Of course, East, West, Chicago.xtelevision.com or .xtv.tv. That'll hook you up with those. We've got a fun MGE server, 18 slot. Get in and get some practice. Our 2 DM servers in Chicago and Dallas. And we're adding new stuff all the time, so just keep an eye out. Join that pub group. You get all the notifications there. And then, of course, our fun new pub group with the ESCA season wrapping up in the next couple weeks here. We're going to be doing a lot more pugging. We're going to be streaming that stuff so you guys can be E-famous, be an E-lebrity, just like eXtine.
Yeah, and we have some new stream members have been helping us out, and we have a lot of new efforts that we're trying to get rolling. One of these is the coaching effort that we talked about. That pug group is going to be our main group for dropping announcements for that. And Mile High Militia and Schwan of the team Vector Gaming had an event the other day, and we're going to merge our efforts with them and get that out there. Basically, just trying to get some pugs going, inviting players to come to our Mumble to join up, and then splitting people into teams, trying to keep things pretty balanced. And then having coaches and hopefully each Mumble channel of each team. That's our intention. We might only be able to coach one team at a time, but we'll switch it all around. And just help people get better in a friendly environment. Where nobody's hating on you for not knowing your jumps. They're just saying, hey man, why don't you go scout if you can't nail those demo jumps? Why don't we switch maps to something where it's not Badlands where your demo jumps are super important. Why don't we play Granary or Follower or something? It'll be a fun environment. So we're really looking forward to that. We'll throw those videos up on our YouTube as well. All about just improving competitive play. So we are live now, and Enigma on Engineer. Did you run into much pro engineering Mongoose when you guys were playing this map?
No, all the sort of pro teams who were playing in practice were sort of surprisingly vanilla. They sort of didn't really throw any curveballs our way, which is kind of disappointing in a way. Yeah. Because I suspect that Mix-Up are going to start throwing all sorts of crazy stuff our way. But luckily this time, no double heavy strats.
Heavy limit 1 for the pro team. And they're set up on cliffs. Even got their medic up there. Oh, no, never mind. He bounces back. And it looks like blue, at least if they're intending to run around to E, they're showing A right now.
Oh, Pyro comes in, though, and dies immediately to that sentry. Demo Man trying to get up on that cliff to throw some spam out. And here comes a red scout, though, feeling it out. Oh, gets taken down by Rescue Dude.
And actually, Platinum is on the B side, so he's watching, for any attempt to get around. and they don't have him over at A, which works out, you know, because Hardblue can only have so many people he can heal.
Oh,
Yeah,
Uro. Yeah, Uro trying to get in there to make a play, but couldn't get anything going there. Ends up getting taken down, but it does look like we got a kill. Oh, but no, Salamancer's taken down by TLR.
And Enigma's just going nuts, just jumping around like a boss scout. Oh, and then Moose comes in, and
look at these
A
scouts.
not captured.
That is one of the most beautiful things you can see in TF2, is two scouts absolutely working together seamlessly. And Moose and Enigma are doing that right now. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, they're a fantastic combo, both extremely skilled, and they just play off each other's styles very well. TLR still down, and Blue trying to surge up cliffs here, which is really good. That's where you need to go. Dead Ringer pulled out, faking a death as Salamancer. One of the scouts getting on top of Liquid. ×3 on the point right now, since that soldier is running that pain train. Here comes the Uber to stop the point, and Hardblue Uber's the Spy again. Does a good job of walking up the stairs to get away from those stickies. The Spy Uro is capping that point. Nobody's there to stop him yet, since Rusky Dude's getting some kills. Oh, then there comes the scout, moves just in the nick of time. Gets the Dead Ringer, runs into the Spy though, so he knows that Dead Ringer's still in. And he comes in on Dr. Hendricks, messes up the jump. And Hardblue getting credit for the needle kill while TLR coming from behind.
What? Wow, you know, the Steel is really a war of attrition. We've got the Blue Scout right now on Hardblue, trying to do some damage. Oh man, can't quite get those shots in. Oh, he's taken down by Enigma. What great dodging there by Hardblue.
The crazy thing is they're holding A without even Platinum. Like, Platinum's just stayed on B the whole time. He's probably bored out of his gourd, but he's playing an important part, you know, shutting down any flank possibilities, dealing a pest to Ellison, and they're just keeping Blue locked down very efficiently right now.
Yeah, this is kind of a tough map to play when you've got such tight chokes coming into the A point here. Community's trying to just post up on this cliffside here. Maybe they want to think about changing the game up a little bit and pushing it at this point a little bit differently to cut down those angles while they're holding at spawn there.
The scouts are just so good at dodging damage. Now the crits was out, but Sal taken out as the Uber is popped. See, Hardblue backs up onto the point without even looking at his ramps, at his map knowledge right there. TLR clears off Liquid. Blue team hurting. Rusky Dude taken out.
Wow, great kill on Hardblue there by Dr. Hendricks. Takes the med down. Oh, he was going for an equalizer kill, but couldn't pull it off. Blue's got to put it together here. Only 2.5 minutes left. Sal's in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, there's that big doctor box in the little shack. TLR went for a huge bomb, landed on Sal, then just backed into that doctor box. TLR, the only one down. The rest of Red back up. So they're going to reset here. Platinum still watching B-side alone, but getting some kills done.
Moose and Enigma are just going insane right now.
And their movement is insane. Enigma has always had fantastic movement. And just watching these guys fly around and dodge all this damage is just insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. Interestingly, note here, TLR running at 152 ping as a soldier. That can't be good for him in rocket jumping right now. So we'll see if that plays maybe a little bit into his game here. Finally, 2 times on the point. It looks like the communities might finally get the A point here.
Yeah, Hardblue is teasing a little bit, but he should just stay out of there. I mean, the scouts are trying to get in there, but that's the spawn camping that I'm talking about. They finally got enough pressure to fully spawn camp that door. And now they're going to transition to B, but since they had Platinum over there, they're not going to get like suddenly overwhelmed here. That is a really, really slow capture time, though.
Yeah, and just for anyone who's not familiar with how this format works, the pushing team pushes through A through E and sets a time. If they don't capture all the points, all the other team has to do when they come back out is capture more points than the other team did. The time is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, though. Huge fight and choke as Platinum takes down 2 players.
Wow.
Relic takes Cam down. Look at this. Mix-Up is pushing through to C right now. Oh, man. Hardblue with a big Uber saw there. Still only at 40% Uber, and Mix-Up is just steamrolling these players right now. Yeah, Sal forced to pop. That Uber is pretty much going to be useless as it expires. They need to start the cap on B and try and get as much time on it as possible right now.
Hey, here comes Red trying to storm back in, though, and get the stop here, but I think there's just too many players here. Numerical advantage, now that Blue has kind of opened things up.
Oh, Rusky Dude taken down by a big sticky from Platinum there. Pyro on the point still. They do get the point. The capture is in, but wow, TLR hits a huge rocket on Dr. Hendricks there. Sal all alone right now, running back to spawn. We'll see if they're going to rotate around here. One of the neat things about Steel as a map is the points tend to open up a little bit once you push out from A. The Uber is forced here, so Harblue taking in, I think that's Enigma. Or no, that's Moose. Oh man, Moose takes Sal down. Enigma takes Ricky Bobby down. Down goes Moose, though, to a big rocket from Dr. Hendricks. Community's team is getting a little disjointed right now. They're not working together as a unit. They've got to tighten the ship up right now if they want to push into this C point. Oh, and here we go now. We've got Rusky Doo coming through the door, but all that spam coming from the C point is going to kind of prevent them from pushing in. They need to get in there and get some kills at C. Maybe even think about pinching from another side here. But you see, we've got Enigma holding towards that E door, kind of on the balcony, waiting for a scout. Here comes the scout. 1, 2, 3 shots. Can't take him down. Dr. Hendricks comes in and takes down Enigma. Great play there to pick up your teammate.
Yeah, Hendricks jumping up top, trying to get the big health pack. It's on the side. He's moving in towards the point.
Huge shot from Platinum. Takes down Dr. Hendricks later. Dawn.
Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous pipe right there.
Wow, that's what I like to see. That gets me excited next time. I think it's the first big air shot that we've had in this match here. Red Uber forced to pop down low. Uro Blue trying to come in and get a backstab. Relic takes him down. They got to get that spy play going here as the blue Uber is popped and Sal's pushing behind the point right now with the Pyro. Got to take Pyro.
Not sure if that Uber is going to work, though. They have Liquid watching out, kind of the oversight roll. Sal's going to go down, though, taken out. Liquid does get a snipe. He's still up there unpestered, so he's in really good. Oh, no, there he comes. Enigma from behind takes out Liquid.
Wow.
There they go. Clean trash.
Look at Enigma go right now, just completely stopping that cap by himself. Beast mode engaged.
Yeah, and
he's not done. He's got Rusky Doo, though. Can he take him down? He does! He takes down Rusky Doo! That's 4 or 5 kills in a row right now for Enigma. He's on fire, and he might still be looking for more.
I think he's total is at least on like a 7-kill streak.
In that short period of time, though, I saw 4 incredible kills, 1v1ing players with a lot more health than he had and a lot more DPS. Finally taken down by a body shot from Liquid there. But that is a hell of a stream. Look for that possibly in the top 10.
Yeah, certainly. Now, Opa getting a reflect kill on TLR. Relic down as well. Moose goes forward again. But
these scouts are just on fire right now. Moose up in the engineer, takes him down. They are just trading kill streaks. He's in on Salamax right now. 1, 2, 3 shots, but taken down by Rusky Doo. Great play by the Heavy there to pick his medic up.
Yeah, Sal's going to get the health back as well, so they will have his Uber charge going in just a second.
A big jump in here by the demo man on blue. I believe that is Cam trying to cut down the point here, but he's getting focused really heavily. Finally, Sal comes in with the Uber to save him there. So let's see if they can put something together. Scout down low, though. That's Enigma again, throwing a lot of damage. 1-on-1 versus the Pyro. Pyro air blasting him up, and down goes Enigma. But here comes Moose pressuring Sal and taking him down. Jeff, these scouts are just going crazy right now.
Yeah. Dr. Hendricks, good flank right now. Does get Relic before pressured down by the rest of the teammates. Liquid still enjoying that comfortable snipe spot.
I'm not sure if maybe the communities team is feeling a little bit of pressure here, but they are really kind of 1v1ing this team. They're going in as 1 player against 6 players on mix-up and just getting picked off one at a time. That's not what you need to do when you've got a player advantage like the communities team has with players. Oh god, that was a dirty headshot.
Yeah.
You've got to group up and push together.
Yeah, exactly. Liquid's got some really good kills here. But that earlier, and hardly even saying in the stream, want to come snipe for a mix-up. Yeah, that earlier push by Sal with the Uber Pyro, it was just Sal and the Pyro. They didn't have enough support to really get the capture. You see here, they got the numerical support. They take out TLR with a nice
trap.
Here
comes Harblue, though. 1-2 Uber saws, but he goes down. I think we're going to see TLR coming up. No, he is taken down. Just Platinum up, and that is a wipe. Wow. Call them sham. Wow, they are wiped.
They got a good pressure on that, but, a little too much overcommitment. Now they're definitely going to get locked down here. They're going to lose D. And one of the things, too, with this differential in numbers on this map, once they get to E, there's a high potential for them getting spawn camped straight up. And, if you're getting spawn camped, it's pretty hard to get out of there and do the defense that you need to do. getting out there right now.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough defense here for mix-up. There's so many different ways that you can push onto this last point.
Ugly just got two Uber Sauls coming from behind.
Wow,
taking out big players, now Ubering the soldiers, and Sal doesn't really have a charge here either, so as he fades out, then he just gets thrown down into the pit. He's stuck. There's nowhere to go but down. There. Yep. Nowhere to go but down.
Oh yeah, that's advantage communities, but Sal's picked off as well. He is going to have a little bit of an advantage coming up here, though. It's not going to be much, so they need to do some very smart Uber building here. And we'll see what they end up doing as they push back in. I mean, there's just so many different ways to get to this point that you can really confuse a team with only 6 players when you have that extra 3 players to push with. You can run distraction plays where you push a couple players in from one side, turn the other team around, or you could just, really just sort of overload one of the areas and push in. What you need to watch out for is the enemy team, the defending team, running a crits, which can be dangerous. Nice little surf down there by Harblue, but unfortunately he pays for it with a huge pipe from Cam there as that takes down Harblue and Moose. We've got 4 times on the point here, so I think we are going to see a time set for the community's team.
Yeah, I think at this point they have it on lockdown. They're going to get the capture here. Yeah, Mix-Up trying to defend as nobly as they can, but Platinum cut down. A couple other players respawning. This capture's so slow. And also, once the Mix-Up players get to this point themselves, being that close to spawn, it's going to be really difficult for them.
Yeah, there we go. Just waiting on the time I think that they've got here. It should be about, 12 minutes or so?
Yeah, and I think that Hawkeye might have been keeping the time on his own, since Steel sometimes has some problems. He's calling it 12:09 is the time to beat, which it'll be interesting.
I would not be surprised to see the pros try the E push here. Just overload the E point, try and control it, get your 2 scouts out there, kind of get the demo man to sticky one of the doors to prevent players from pushing in that side, and just have the soldiers and the medic kind of hang out and wait for the pushes to come in. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see how they push this.
Yeah, without a doubt. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take another quick commercial break here before this second half of Steel gets going on. So stay tuned. Yow, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in setup time here. The community team defending. They have a couple players over at B, including their engineer, their pyro, and their soldier. Want to give a quick shout out to all of the backups that we have here tonight. Applejack is the backup for IFA Gaming. Squidly for Reddit. Mana Panda, should have practiced that one before we started, for TF2. Swib is the starter for Vertical Rise, who couldn't be here today. Spike, the backup for UGC. Elaine Reed for Labcoat Gaming. NefariousMongoose for XTV. Bone Singer for BRB uninstalling. And FB for Axel's TF2. Here we go, here at the start. Liquid Star. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. That was the dead ringer. Throwing out some confusion.
Yeah.
Blue team already down 3 players, but here comes Platinum. Let's see if we can get some spawn camping going on and get this capture started on A.
Moose takes Dr. Hendricks down over on B. Now he's got the Pyro to deal with right now. Throwing some damage out there down to 82 health. Get that pistol out. Oh no. Heavy comes around the corner and Moose bails back into spawn. Picks up the Doctor box and is going to run back and rejoin his team. I think Moose is going to keep pestering over at B, though. That's going to keep pulling players off of that A defense, so very smart move here.
Yeah, Uro is right behind A here. Blue team taking A extremely quickly.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe the community team is just giving them A and setting up a defense for a different point here. It almost makes sense to go somewhere more out in the open where you can take advantage of the extra players you have instead of getting locked down into all the little chokes and rooms they have at that A point.
Yeah, 8 and 47 seconds instead of 4 minutes. And Enigma hears the dead ringer noise, turns around, takes care of Uro.
Yeah, Enigma doing his best Rusky-Do impersonation, running the heavy right now, having some success with it as well.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, Rusky-Do taken down.
Yeah, Sal dropped Rusky-Do on that Uber charge, wasn't able to save him. Relic Enigma down. I think Enigma got thrown into the pit. Platinum goes down.
Dr. Hendricks was in a crazy hiding spot up above the little shack there, the little E sign at B. No one saw him, and he just jumped in and got some great damage on Moose there.
Huh.
Yeah, Harblue taken down too, so 60% Uber advantage right now for Sal, which looks good for the hold. We'll see what they can do with it. Moose taken down there by Liquid. Liquid's got a lot of ground to play with here as they're pushing into B. Yeah, there's Enigma down there asserting his dominance, eXtine, with that heavy weapons guy doing a lot of damage. Huge jump from Platinum right now, getting behind the team. Got a scout on him, can't do anything. Soldier jumps in. That's TLR doing some big work over there right now. Pyro taken down. Looks like the pros team are really starting to get some work on this point. Get Sal to pop there. That's huge.
Yeah, Harblue's backing up already. Which is good. He's got quick respawns here. TLR, Platinum coming back. Surely they're going to pressure in here with this Uber charge. He's just got to watch out for Liquid. And they got plenty of time to work with here. Let's Blue is moving in here. They've already popped that Uber. The Pyro's still trying to keep things on lock, but they've taken him out. They've also taken down Rusky-Do and Cam. So Red has lost a lot of their key players. Their Sentry Gun goes down to Platinum, and Sal's just poking his head out really tentatively. Liquid gets a snipe on
Blue behind
Enigma.
him. Not seen right now. Blue team has their backs to him. Let's see if he's going to go for a stab here. He's cloaked right now, running the cloak and dagger. He's going to have a good chance to get some stabs here. Let's see what he can do with it.
Oh, he just got bumped into him.
Oh, that's too bad.
That was a little sloppy. You got that cloak and dagger. You got to look around a little bit, you know. It's great that you have kind of unlimited invisibility stamina, but you might as well be looking around while you're standing there.
Yeah, Platinum now coming up over on Cliffside, throwing a lot of damage out as the blue Uber pops.
Great.
Under the C point. TLR going in doing a lot of damage, but he is on fire. He needs to get out as Salamancer pops his Uber. They've got Relic kind of cornered here, but nobody's killing him. Finally does go down to the burn damage. But look at this. Here comes a scout. That's Moose up there doing a lot of work right now, but he's getting picked off as well. But
gets Opa. Yeah. Still pretty good health. He's trying to get in on Sal.
Takes the Ambassador shot. Finally takes him down, though.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to capture here for Mix-Up because they're really going to need to just dominate the point. Basically, the community team, when they are on offense, they're able to kind of do like the trickle capture, of get in there, get a couple kills, throw some more people at them, get a couple more kills, and then finally have your spawns come back. And you just have enough of a presence on the point that they can't push you off. But the pros team is...
We got an E-capture going on. Next time we've got an E-capture going on right now.
That's just Moose. It takes so long to capture E that... it's just a little bit of distraction. He's unfortunate to get killed by Ellison's Sentry Gun, which is in a pretty nifty spot down low there.
Yeah, that's actually, that's a good distraction play. Pulled a couple players off. Look at this. We've got a Kritzkrieg popped right now on the heavy, pushing in a lot of kills going on at C right now. Only 5 players up as Salamancer finally gets in and pops his Uber. They need to stop that capture, which they do. Still 3 players up, though. A lot of damage going down on that C point.
Yeah, TLR trying to prove the horsepower of the heavy class. Does get some nice kills, though.
I see what you did there.